Look at this giant room that we're in. So much bigger than the camper. Here we are, guys. We do an all-inclusive almost every year. We've been doing it for years with our friends. No camper this week. If you're here to see one of our camper RVing videos, catch us next week. This week we're tackling Excellence
Riviera Cancun.
I never know where we are.
We were so close.
Sticking with the tradition here. Excellence Riviera Cancun. We're gonna show you guys around. All right, so first things first, we're at a swim out, and we've only done a swim out one other time. We're in room 6016, and it goes out to our pool. Now, our friends are staying at building 6 also, but on the other side. So they have a completely different pool, and we weren't really sure how that worked out. So we have our own swim out suite, and it goes to this beautiful pool that wraps around to building 9. Now, with that being said, like I said, our friends are on the other side of the building, so our pools actually weren't connected, which was kind of weird. It's a gorgeous room. We have only done one other swim out suite, and I'm really impressed with this one. I highly recommend booking a room like this. Complete with a jacuzzi, 2 seating areas, wife not included. It is a little bit chilly this morning. So a lot of the buildings have their own pool areas. So just note that if you're booking a room with some friends, even if you're in the same building, your pools may not connect. So make sure that you talk to them at the desk, or when you book your room, you might just send them an email. If you have a group of friends, tell them that you want to be in the same pool, in the same building, because they're kind of scattered all throughout the resort.
We're all in building 6, or 4 of us are in building 6, but it's kind of nice because we got to try out the different pools. Between the 4 couples, we're at 3 different pools, even though we're all in the same building.
All right, before we go any further, I think we need to go up front and get some coffee. They have a great coffee shop right in the front lobby, and it's a perfect way to start your morning. Get a little donut, get some coffee, and get your morning started off right.
We're drinking this coffee quick.
Alright, so there are pros and cons to any resort, and one of my biggest cons right off the bat was the layout. I don't know why, but I had a lot of trouble figuring out the layout of this resort.
I think it's a little bit smaller, more compact than some that we've been to, which is good, but they've made it a little maze-like to make it feel like it's a little bigger.
I guess that's probably the best way to describe it.
That's what I think.
It's a little bit of a maze.
Like most all-inclusive resorts, you pull up to this grand front entrance and go into the lobby. In the lobby there is concierge, that's where you check in. There's a little coffee shop, a souvenir shop. Then you go down the stairs and there's a lobby bar that's open most all of the time. On either side of the lobby bar are restaurants inside, and then outside of those restaurants, outside of the lobby, are more restaurants.
And speaking of restaurants, I will say that's going to be another con for me, is that the food was a little mediocre.
Yeah, there were a couple of places we liked. We went to the steakhouse, the grill, and I thought that food was really good. The French restaurant was good. We were not fans of the Italian restaurant. Like consistently with our entire party of 10 people, no one really enjoyed their meal there.
And it has probably been the worst meal that we've had at an all-inclusive
over
before.
9 years of doing them. Yeah.
So,
hate to be negative about it, and maybe it was just an off night, but it was a little disappointing.
So you will not go hungry by any means, and if you don't want to go to any of the restaurants, you can always order room service, and it has actually been pretty quickly delivered for us. And a pro, I will end this little idea with the pro for me has been service. The people here are so genuinely nice.
Absolutely.
Probably the best staff here of an all-inclusive that we've ever been to. Everybody's been so nice, so helpful. Anything we have asked for or questions we've had been answered quickly, and the people here are super nice.
We had a couple requests for the room, like different pillows, extra water. Our jacuzzi drain wasn't working correctly, and they came pretty immediately with any of those questions we asked or anything we needed, and then followed up with us to make sure that we got the things we needed and that we were satisfied with them. So definitely great staff. One thing this resort is definitely not lacking in are bars. A favorite of ours has been the sports bar because it is football season, but they also have like a really big food menu at the sports bar and a variety of drinks, including
IPA beers.
IPAs for the first time at a resort that we've ever been to. 2 different IPAs on the menu.
Yeah, so that was a nice surprise. So if you were an IPA drinker, for the first time for me, I was able to have IPAs at an all-inclusive, and that was really nice.
Really nice. Now there's also a smoothie bar, a swim-up bar, all kinds of different bars spread out throughout the resort, so you don't have to go very far without a drink in your hand.
Okay.
Kind of personal little patio.
We do. This is so nice. I said it a little earlier in the video, but I'm really glad that we got the swim out. I honestly wasn't sure if it was going to be worth it, but it's been so nice to go. Like one morning I went for a run and I came back into the room and I put on my flip-flops and I got directly in the water, and it was so nice. All right, so the beach. One of the main reasons we come on vacation is to go on the beach. The beach was cleaned every morning. They had a crew of like 8 or 10 people out there making sure that the seaweed was picked up. They're doing the best they can. Unfortunately, this time of the year, or the time that we were here, the water was really rough and it was actually kind of brown color.
Yeah. Not unexpected. We usually do this trip in October, so we know that's the time of year. It's probably not going to be the best beach water, but the beach is very nice and clean. There's plenty of palapas and chairs, which some resorts is a struggle, so that was really nice to know we're not going to have to fight over, making sure we get one early in the morning.
We've had trouble with that in the past, and it was not an issue here. So the question is, would we stay here again? I would stay here again, but I think that there are better options, maybe even at a more reasonable rate. We've been to several resorts throughout the years that are in the same area, so you get the same beaches and stuff like that at a more reasonable rate. So I guess I would consider this resort to be a little bit of a premium price, and I think when we booked it, I expected a little bit more of a premium experience. So I would stay here again, but it wouldn't
be our first choice.
Overpay.
Yeah.
And hey, maybe we'd come here, you know, in a year or two or something like that and have a completely different experience. It wasn't a negative experience. It was just missing something here.
I like that. I didn't think about that.
Can't complain when you're in paradise at an all-inclusive. Yeah. But we're gonna wrap it up here. I think we're gonna go get some breakfast. We love you guys, and we'll see you next time.